Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a grocery haul again today. I haven't done one of these for so long and lots of you keep asking me to do them. So I thought I would film today's shopping. So we moved back into our house about 2 months ago now, and I've done quite a lot of big shops where I get like all the condiments that I need. I always bulk buy like our toiletries and things like that. So today's shop has cost me £110, but that is because I didn't need to buy any kind of condiments or any sort of toiletries or things like that. Usually I do spend these days, I feel like everything's gone up in price so much, and I do always shop the offers, but usually I will spend about £130, £140 in a shop, and that will last us about 7 to 10 days. And I do need to sort of get a couple of like extra loaves of bread in between that and like pints of milk and things like that. I'll first of all start off with the lunches and lunch boxes, and I'll move on to breakfast, and then I'm going to show you 7 evening meals that I have bought the ingredients for this week. I do post lots of my recipes on my Instagram profile, so if you're not following me over on Instagram, then I would love to have you there, because like I said, I do share lots more recipes and I go into more detail. So if you want a little bit more food inspiration, then I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. With all that said, let's just get straight on into this and I'll show you what we're going to be eating this week. Right, so this area here is for the kids' lunch boxes and like our lunches as well. As you can see, it's quite a big section here. So I'm just going to talk through it bit by bit. So if we start over here, I've kind of got snacks as well, but the kids love a lot of this like in their lunchbox as well. So I have got some carrots here, some peppers, apples, and then also some little clementines. That is going to be their kind of like healthy side of it. Oh, and I've also got some cucumber actually and some tomatoes. Then I have got some little treat bits. So I've got some mini rolls up here, and then I have got some rice cakes as well. So the boys would just sort of have like either 2 of these in their lunchbox or 1 mini roll. Sometimes they like to not have the treat at school because you're allowed 1 treat a day. And then they wait, and when they get home, they will come and have either 2 of these or 1 of those or something else from a little treat section. And then we have got some pasta. You guys know that I love to make my own pasta sauce. And then I will just cook up some pasta in the morning, add some of the sauce that I made to the pasta, and then I put it into their little like thermos flasks for them to take. If they're not taking a hot dinner, then they will take something in this section here. So we have got these seaweed crisps. These are absolutely delicious. These are our favorite, and they are so much healthier than normal crisps. As you can see, 23 calories per little seaweed crisp like sachet thing. You get 10 flat seaweeds like that. And honestly, they are so, so nice. When the boys take them to school, all of their friends are very curious about them and they all give them a try. And even their friends say they are actually quite delicious. Then what I have got here is some bagels, because Rory loves to have a pizza bagel at school. So what I simply do with that is I will cut one of these bagels in half, pop it in the toaster to just toast it a little, and then I will put some tomato puree with oregano on the top, a little bit of grated cheese, and I'll just toast it under the grill for a few minutes before putting it into his lunchbox. When it comes to the bagels, I do already have cheese and tomato puree and oregano, which is why I didn't need to buy it this week. Then I have got some wraps here, because Jamie loves to have a little like BLT, but without the T, in a wrap. So I've got some bacon, and I will just like either cook this up the night before so it's nice and crispy and I can just make the BLT straight away, or I'll just like crispen it up whilst I am toasting Rory's bagel. And then what he has in a wrap is he'll just have some crispy bacon, a bit of avocado and some lettuce, roll it into a wrap and pop that into his lunchbox. So usually in a lunchbox, I'll either have a wrap or a bagel, some cut up cucumber, some seaweed crisps, and then like a treat here. Or if they're not having the cut up cucumber, they'll have one of these healthy things over here. So that is the kids' lunchboxes. Over here we have got the breakfast section. So the kids are just absolutely loving brown flakes at the moment. And then what they do with that is they have brown flakes, and they also have some sultanas in there, or raisins, and then they put some milk with it. Oh no, I just realized I didn't put my other milk here. So I've got 4 oat milks because I have this in my coffee, and then Rory likes to have this with his breakfast. But I did buy a 4 pint of normal milk as well, so a semi-skimmed milk. Just forgot to put that in the breakfast place. I have got some eggs. I've got some more bagels because Chris loves these for his breakfast as well. So even though the boys have got those bagels over there, I did buy extra because I'll just put these into the freezer, and then maybe next week I won't need to buy some more bagels. Or if Chris wants them for his breakfast, it's not like eating into the boys' lunchbox stash. And then I have also got some brown sourdough here too. So one of these will go into the freezer, so we have a spare loaf of bread, and the other one will stay out because I love to have a piece of sourdough for breakfast with a poached egg on top, along with my coffee. Just delicious. So yeah, that is our breakfast section. Right, so this meal is going to become a burrito bowl. I'm actually going to overlay how I make this meal on top of me speaking because I'm going to make this for dinner tonight. So what I have got here is some mini chicken breast fillets. I've got some fajita seasoning, and I've also got some smoked paprika. Then here I've got this rainbow chard. This is just going to be our salad on the side. I've got some coriander, cherry tomatoes, 1 lime. I've got red onions, which I'm just going to use 1 of, avocado, brown rice, which I already had, and I've also got some black beans here too. So what I'm going to start off by doing is I'm just going to cut my mini fillets of chicken up into little chunks, and then I'm just going to fry those off in a frying pan and cook those through. I'm going to add some fajita seasoning and the paprika into my pan and fry the chicken in that until it's cooked through and it's nice and golden brown on the outside. While that's cooking, I'm then going to start making up my salsa. So I'm just going to cut my tomatoes into quite small little chunks, and then I'm going to also do the same with a half a red onion. I'll add those into a bowl together along with the juice of half a lime and some finely diced up coriander too. Once I've done that, I will then also make myself my guacamole just simply by mashing down avocado and then adding the juice of the other half of my lime to my avocado. When it comes to my black beans, I'm just literally going to heat those through in a frying pan with some smoked paprika in it, and that's ready to serve up on the side. While all that is being made, I will be cooking up some basmati rice too. Once everything is ready, you can then put everything together in a bowl. So I will put my rice on the bottom, I'll put my chicken to one side, my salsa on another side, my guacamole in another bit of the bowl, my black beans in another bit, and then finish it off, I'll just put some rainbow chard on the top as well. You can have some coriander sprinkled on the top. You can also add some sour cream on the top of here too. Whatever takes your fancy. But this is just such a delicious meal with so many flavors running through. So for this meal here, I am going to make some shepherd's pie. So I have already got a few of the ingredients in my fridge, like the cheese. I've also got some peas, some frozen peas in my freezer too. But what I have got from my shop for this meal is some potatoes. I just buy these, like a big pack of these Maris Piper potatoes. And then I've also got some lamb mince here too. And then what I have got here, I just thought I'd show you this so you can see what I mean. I always make up a massive batch of sort of pasta sauce at the beginning of the week, and then I pop some in the fridge, some in the freezer. I've already used sort of most of this one here in the kids' lunch boxes when I send them in with some hot pasta. So that's why I have got 2 here. So I will add this into my sauce. In here, I have got absolutely everything. It's packed full of veggies. I've got peppers, I've got carrots, I've got onion, garlic, and tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. I've literally got everything in here, blitz it all down, and it becomes a really nice sauce. This is the sauce here. I thought I'd just show you it. So as you can see, I've used most of this one, so there's not that much left, which is why I want to use a whole another tub here. And then what I'm going to do with this meal, super simple because everything is in here. I don't need to add much to it. I'm just literally going to brown off my lamb mince, and then once that's browned, I'll just add in my pasta sauce and then just let that cook through for a few minutes. Whilst that's cooking, I'll just boil up some of these potatoes and then mash them down, put everything in a baking dish, cover it with cheese, and serve up my shepherd's pie like that with some peas on the side. Right, this meal is going to become a delicious, like creamy salmon orzo dish. So what I've got here is orzo. I don't know if you've heard of this before, but it's like a pasta that looks like rice, as you can see, and it's so good. You can add this into like salads, and it's just so nice and so versatile. But what I do with it is I make, like I said, almost like a little pasta dish. So if you don't want to use orzo, you can substitute that out for pasta, completely up to you. So what I've got here is some dill, Philadelphia. I've got half a side of salmon. The reason I buy it like this is because it actually works out so much cheaper than buying the fillets. Then I have got some garlic, some shallots, and veggie stock too. So what simply I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up my orzo. I cook it in exactly the same way as you would cook normal pasta. So just boil it in some water for kind of 8 to 10 minutes. Then in a different pan, I am going to just pop my salmon down skin side first of all. Just fry that on that side for a couple of minutes and then I turn it over. That just makes it really, really easy to remove the skin from your salmon. Then I'm just going to slowly cook through my salmon. As it cooks, I'm just going to flake it into little bits. Once that's cooked and flaked into small little chunks, I will then put that to one side and I will just fry off my shallots and 3 cloves of garlic in the same pan. Once those are fried for a few minutes, I will then go ahead and add in 2 teaspoons of dill. I'll also add in 250 mils of veggie stock with 1 stock cube, and I'll also add 100 grams of Philadelphia cheese too. That's going to make it super creamy, and then that's going to be your sauce. Once your orzo is ready, throw that into your pan and mix everything together and serve it like that. This is almost a little bit like a risotto and a pasta dish rolled into one, and it is so good and totally worth a try. Right, so as you can see, this meal has hardly any ingredients, and that is because I'm going to be using something that I have already pre-made. I quite like batch cooking and then freezing things, like I showed you with my pasta sauce a little earlier. So in here, this is a Madras curry paste, and I'm actually going to link the video that I did for this down below in my description box. This is I did like 3 curry pastes that you can make up, pop in the freezer, and they're so easy and they taste absolutely delicious. Like if you could just smell this, that smells so good. So you literally don't need to add anything else to this, because this has got, it's got ginger, it's got garlic, it's got onion, it's got so many ingredients in this one little dish here that all you need to do is just literally add the kind of filling to your curry. So what we are going to do, we might change our mind halfway through the week and decide to actually put some meat in here. And if I do, I will just pop down to the butcher's and get maybe some diced lamb or chicken or whatever we fancy. But when I planned this meal, I thought we would have a lentil curry. So what I've got here is just 2 lots of green lentils in water. You can buy the dried lentils and just soak them for a little bit before making this meal, but these work just as well and they're very quick, so you don't have to do any soaking, so they're already soaking already. Then I've got some brown rice here that I just had in my cupboard, and I've also got some mango chutney here which I had in my cupboard too. In this meal I'm using loads of ingredients that I've already got at home, so really I only had to buy 2 tins of lentils for this meal, which really helps keep the cost down of our food shop. So obviously, because you have already made up your paste, all you're going to do once that's defrosted, I just wanted to get it out of the freezer to show you. Once it's defrosted, add it into a pan, let it heat through so all the flavors can be released. Once that's happened, you either want to add in your lentils, or if you decide to go for meat, you add in whatever you're including into your curry and just let that cook through for quite a nice length of time so that all the flavors from the paste get to go into your meat or your lentils. While that's doing that, you want to just cook up some rice on the side, and then it's ready to serve. When we serve this, we love to have a nice dollop of mango chutney on the top. You can also put some yogurt with this if you would like to. So that's it, your meal done. Super easy, and because you prepped in advance, it is so quick too. So these ingredients here are going to make gnocchi, and it's going to also make a pesto sauce to go on top of it. So this obviously needs some basil as well, but I grow my own basil, so I've got loads of that in my kitchen, which I will use instead of buying a new pack. So what I've got here is I've got Jamie Oliver's spinach gnocchi. Us and the kids absolutely love gnocchi so much, and this one is just like really delicious and a little bit different to use. And then what I've got to make my pesto sauce is some veggie stock. I've got garlic, an avocado, and I've got some really good extra virgin olive oil. I actually had this from before, but I just wanted to show you that I've got it. And then obviously I'll be using some basil too. So to make my pesto, I just add all of these into the NutriBullet, along with about 100 mils of extra virgin olive oil and 200 mils of some veggie stock too, just with 1 cube, and then a generous amount of salt and pepper as well. Blitz it all together and it makes the most delicious pesto, which then you can serve on top of your gnocchi once it's been cooked up. A little bit of parmesan on top if you'd like, or just enjoy it as it is. You can also bake this in the oven with some cheese on top if you want to just finish it off with a little bit of a crisp topping. But like I said, it's just delicious served with your gnocchi cooked and then with a little bit of pesto sauce on top. Right, so what I've got here is going to obviously make some tacos, but this is going to be veggie tacos. So what I have got for this are these taco mixed beans. I'm sure I've shown you these before, they're so good. They come in like a spicy tomato sauce, but I really wouldn't say it's spicy because I can't taste any spice to it and neither can the kids. So what I have got here is 2 lots of beans. I've also got some lentils. I've got some smoked paprika. This is what I had before. And I will serve some wedges on the side. And then I've got a taco kit, some salsa, sour cream and an avocado. So what I'll do to make these is really, really simple. I will just heat through my mixed beans, my lentils, and quite a generous amount of paprika in a frying pan, and then that is literally my taco filling. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you that I will be adding with this is some of the lettuce that I showed you a little while ago too, in the lunchbox for Jamie's BLT. So one of the gem lettuces I'll just slice up into little kind of small slices, and that will be going with this meal as well. So like I said, I'm going to make up my filling here, and then I will be cooking some wedges on the side. Once my filling is cooked, then it's ready to construct these tacos. You just literally get 1 taco each, pop some of the filling in it, and then we just serve it with some salsa, some guacamole, which I'll make out of my avocado. I'll literally just squash it up and add a little bit of lime juice and salt and pepper on top. And then we'll also have some soured cream in here. This is a really simple meal. The only thing that actually takes time to make is the wedges. So everything else is really, really quick and easy and always goes down so well with everyone in the family. So this meal is going to kind of be the same as the tacos, but we're going to have a fajita version, and we're going to have it with some beef steaks. So the remaining potatoes that I will have from the last meal are going to be with this meal as well, because we'll do wedges as well. What I have got, like I said, is I've got these thin cut beef steaks. I've got some wraps, red onion, peppers, coriander, and then I have this massive tub of fajita seasoning. So this is what I will use on here. Instead of buying the sachets, I just buy this really like big one, and it's great because it lasts forever. So what I'll do with this to make my meal is obviously start cooking up my wedges, and then whilst those are cooking, I'm just going to slice up my beef steaks, my peppers and my red onion, just one of them. And I'll firstly fry off my beef steak in a frying pan, and then once that's sort of cooked through, I will add in my chopped up peppers and my red onion, and then I will also add in the fajita seasoning. I'll mix that all together so the fajita seasoning goes onto absolutely everything. Once that's done, I will then be ready to serve this up. I just serve this again with some guacamole. I'll also use half of the salsa that I used in the meal before, and I'll also obviously have some sour cream left as well. So we'll just put some of the beef and pepper mixture into our wraps, add on all of our little additions along with the coriander, and then serve them with some wedges on the side. So that is our food shop for this week. Like I said, this will last between 7 and 10 days because I can stretch some of the ingredients to make other meals, and I can use sort of leftovers from some meals on other meals like potatoes and bits and bobs like that. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.